readings with Debbie and Matty. 5-star readings only serving the best. Satisfaction guaranteed with Debbie and Matty. Always 5 stars, we don't do any less.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I am looking for our banner to put up because I forgot. There it is. Welcome to 5-star readings. Matty should be here shortly. I'm going to check comments. Hi, Amantha. Hi, Kim. How are you guys doing tonight? And happy to be here. I noticed I have new glasses because people were complaining that the reflection, which you can just see the show, and I forgot them. So, hi, Carlos. Thank you for sharing. That's great. We are going to really do some really great things starting now. We're going to get bigger audience. We're going to start boosting our shows, and we're going to start a new streaming service. And so since my streaming service doubled in price and charged me at the beginning, I go, okay, we found a great deal. So we're going to be starting that. These are my old glasses, but they look kind of like my new ones. But the new ones, you can see my eyes. I don't really care. But on my new Saturday show with Debbie and Belle and Debbie, we at 1 p.m. on Psychic Fixes, she wants them to see my eyes. So I have new glasses for that. But I like to be myself, and this is me. And I hope that's what you like about me. I'm just like you guys, and all of that. So anyway, gosh, we have a lot going on. I can show you right now. So yeah, for about 11 years, I haven't told anybody where I work and doing readings. And that is because I'm so darn busy. I would wake up and get 29 readings. And life is busy, and I like having my show where I give free readings at. And so I finally decided to kind of update, get with it, update my presence at the platform, and tell everybody where I work. Now, I am a 5-star reader, and I've been there for 11 years, and I've done several thousands of readings. And but I think it's almost 3,000 reviews. And I'm really, really lucky and blessed that God gave me that gift. And so I'm going to show you guys where I work. If you decide that you want an hour reading, you want a year reading to see what's going to happen or any of that, you can. Now, I don't know if the link works right for it, so you can go to Psychic Fixes, and I'm going to add it right now on Fiverr. I've worked I kept this secret for 11 years. So if you guys decide that you want to, and I have very affordable prices. I believe they start around $35 for the different kinds of readings, because I can look at timing and look up to a year. I can just answer a question, one question. I can do all kinds of things. So that's where I'm at, you guys. I even updated everything there, and my picture, because I was awfully young. My picture's still on my gigs, different stages in that 11 years. So anyway, Fiverr is where you can catch me, Psychic Fixes. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start doing readings so we can get some stuff done and get through people. At the very end, we're going to do yes, no, if we remember. And it's Fiverr, Fiverr. Fiverr's really neat, and it's changed a lot. It used to be, when they first started 11 years ago, is what can we do for you for $5? And now there's no limit. they don't have a limit anymore. But you can go in there and they can, if you write a book, they'll make your book cover. If you need some accounting, somewhere in the world will do that for you. They have a lot of graphics things, neat videos that you can have made, help you with your business, but any kind of personal care thing. And so go check it out. All right. One of the things I did as a buyer is they had people in exotic countries, and they'd be in Red Square in Russia. They'd be on the most beautiful tropical beach, and they would do things like for $5, they're going to write a heart, will you marry me, or happy Valentine's Day to whoever, and they take a picture and send it back. And I did have one done of a couple in Red Square holding my business name up on a sign with the beautiful buildings and Russian buildings in the back. So anyway, you can find all kinds of things on Fiverr. If somebody you need to have something done, consider that. Look at their reviews, look at their rating, okay, and make sure that the people all like them, recommend them, and all of that. And then try it out, because it's not that much money. They do have a little fee now. Used to be $2.50 that Fiverr wanted, but I don't know what it is now. So it's not much. It's not going to be over $7. So find something there and try it out if you want to get a service. They have a lot of um, you know virtual assistants. David Starlight, he just got a virtual assistant for a woman in the Philippines. So that's pretty darn good. So anyway, that's my new news for right now. I'm going to be working more on Psychic Fix's Facebook page, interacting, being there on certain days, certain times, so you can get a hold of me. And I'm really excited to kind of go into these things. I was kind of spread thin there and super busy, and now I go, okay. Now on Fiverr, if you want a reading from me, I'm only accepting 10 in my account at one time, because I used to have so many. I'd wake up one day, there'd be 29 readings to do, which I can't do in a day. And I'm getting older. I'm 11 years older now. And so that's why, if you can't get in, keep trying. And that's if you want more than the little readings that you're getting here, and you want more time. I'm available now. So go ahead, you guys. And now let's go over. You must be 18 or older to get a reading from Matty or I. No health, please. No legal. Please don't put anybody's name in your post where your question is. If you have a person in mind, just say person on my mind, or person I'm thinking of, or it can be a relative. It can be a coworker, something like that, a love interest. But don't give us the name, because then we will not put it up, because we don't want to do that. We're all about privacy. So let me know if you want a reading. Now, the neat thing is I went ahead and called out the internet people, because we had such a hard time, and I have been for months. Well, we found out across the street from me and down the street on a main street that the wires were real old. We had them all replaced. So now we have really good internet. Hi. And we are all the wires are all replaced, and we should be good to go. Hi, Matty Tarot.
Hi.
Oh, I should have got my sweatshirt, but it is a little warm in here. But I love
that's okay.
I love it. Love it so much.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I just showed everybody that I finally came out. Seriously, it's been 11 years.
You? I'm kidding.
And I came out that I work on Fiverr, and I have for 11 years. So there is a way that you can get a reading from me now, because
okay,
I'm making it a priority now. So there we go.
I love that. I I was gonna make a joke. You said I came out. I was like, Debbie, you're married. Kidding.
So what's new, Maddie? They know all my new stuff. What's new with you?
What's new with me? It's a new day. No, I'm kidding. Nothing really. I just been doing the do.
Well,
The rescue thing and all that.
that's amazing. You are so kind-hearted. You're such
Oh,
a
stop.
wonderful person.
Stop,
No,
stop.
I'm not. I'm not going to stop.
You are.
No, but you are. Okay. Please share this show.
Hi, everybody.
People in. Matty, I'm going to be boosting our shows. We're going on a new platform, and I'll tell you which one. I'm already signed up. And
Okay.
yeah. And so and all new wiring, internet, all new router. We're good to go.
I came in on the back end of hearing you say that.
Yeah. So we're good. We're good. We should have everything's solid. And I just going over the rules, but I need to get to the part of please subscribe to Matty Tarot on YouTube. Let's get that subscription up, as well as Psychic Fixes if you haven't, and Facebook Psychic Fixes. Facebook, oh my goodness, I got a thing saying, you're getting close to 4,000 people right there on Facebook.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I'm getting close to 2,000 on YouTube, and I really don't push it. I don't push the agenda. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go on Facebook and I'm going to start rolling, being there live, talking to people, sharing stuff, and boosting the post. We're going to get this, get our subscription up, and we want Matty up there. Let's find people. People.
I feel like we do a great show, and just
yeah.
I don't know what the trick to YouTube is, guys, but we
we
got to get that growth up.
Yeah, and there's so many more things that can happen when we get that subscription up, and Matty can rocket ship up to outer space.
I was gonna say, maybe if we start doing like ads, like I always see I always see these ads. It's like we got to get that growth up, guys, and that's why I'm talking to you about Rose Sparks today. And you can get. No, I'm kidding.
I am going to start doing reels. Do reels and put them on Psychic Fixes. I'm going to start doing my true ghost stories.
Reels, okay, yeah.
And I'm going to have it dark in here and candlelight. Wear my witchy clothes.
We gotta have an evening
all true, all these great. Because I was thinking about them the other day, and I went, remember when I said that was like insane? That ghost was crazy, and I go, I need to do these reels and get them out there.
I have some pretty intense ghost stories, so like, yeah, we should definitely share those one day.
Absolutely, and we can do a recording, and we can also put that out whenever we want. And no ads. I hate ads. I really do.
I was making a joke.
Oh, except for we'll see. Okay, you guys,
I was kidding. It was a joke.
Give us your questions, and I can do May, June, July, or the rest of the month, or whatever you want to look at. And Tammy says, wishing everyone a wonderful long weekend. Don't we have another? Is it this week? Next Monday?
What?
Memorial Day? When is it? It's the 20. Oh my gosh. It's the 26th. Why don't they have it at the last of the month? That is. Okay. Yes. Okay. We have a Monday holiday. Yeah. Okay. Tammy, let me get you up there. Okay.
Let's share the show, like the show, hit the thumbs up, please. Share the show, call your friends in, tell somebody to come see it. Come see us. We're live. We're here.
I'm going to do Tammy. Okay. Okay. You can talk to people. I'm fine.
I'm just saying we're here. We're live. We're doing 5-star readings. And, I want to get, Debbie, side note, we still have a prize to give away. We got to do that episode.
We do.
We'll
pick a day.
You want to do the end of this month or like what?
Yeah, we could do that. We need to get a lot of people in this show. What's going on? I know they know we're here. Okay. All right. I'm going to take some cards for Tammy.
All right, you guys. And please submit your questions. I will go through and pick somebody while Debbie is reading for Tammy. Can you hear the little squeaker in the back?
Wait. Yes. What is that?
Yeah, it's Opal.
Oh.
She's right over here, and she's chewing on her little squeaker toy.
My best friend just got a Bernedoodle, a mini Bernedoodle.
Aw.
So cute. I'm going to go over and like spend some time.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah,
put it in my car and bring it back home.
Yeah, there was a Bernedoodle we rescued like late last year, but it had this little. It was so cute. It was like this little cute thing, and then it had this one little snaggle tooth.
Oh,
one little one that would stick out, and it would look at you like, and like have that little snaggle tooth, and I was just like, "You're the most precious little thing."
Oh, okay. Tammy, I need to get an Empress card, and that says that you're going to move. So let me tell you what I do have for you. The card representing you right now is a Justice card, and the Justice card is the card of making the right decision. Sometimes it means legal work and things like that, but I get you will make the right decision. Crossing you in temporary energy is a little bit of being stuck, like not seeing clearly. So move that away. Ask Archangel Michael, clear my path. In the future, I get you reflecting on the past for whatever reason, marking a special time or date or something like that. So I get this in your future. Past position, I feel like you had a really good idea or be very creative or had a money-making idea. Very good. So I took 6 cards, and that's usually all I take. And I said, tell me if there's a move. Well, let me tell you what they showed me. They said, you have a talent, get emotional joy and success from something you do well. I see you doing that. Coming home to success is my card for entrepreneurship. Getting an offer that you don't know if you want to take it or not, and facing your fears. I also have a very business-minded woman here, and I don't know who you are in the tarot. I don't remember, but this is someone that is ambitious and wants to be at the top of their field. I also get that money's going to come in. You're going to find out on a regular basis with potential to grow. So I asked them, I want 3 more cards. Is there going to be a move? And it's a yes. And it is when I get this card of travel and I want to get going on something and maybe a travel, I do get a very strong personality male connected to this. And I feel like either you want to get going or you're going to go somewhere. And then I see the home. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to go somewhere and find the home or what, but definitely it's a yes on a house move. Okay. I can throw, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to throw a couple of cards out to see if I can get when, because I'm pretty much kind of asking about a year here. So let me ask them yes, no. You want to sell your house and move further out east. Oh, no wonder. There is a trip for you to go find that house. You'll find it, the one you want. But let me look at a time period real fast. Let me ask the other side. So are we looking at this year? Okay. Okay, can I tell you, don't be disappointed, but I get 2026 for you. Okay? So I get after this year. That's what I have. Manifest it comes sooner than later. But right now they show me this card after for when I go to the next year right away. So right away. So probably at the very beginning of you know, of 2026. That's what I see for you. Fantastic. That's great. Okay.
That was lovely, Debbie.
There we go. Thank you.
That was lovely.
I love it when it's clear communication.
Yes. So, Shawnee.
I'm going to go ahead and mute and pick somebody, and I'll write in the comments who is next.
See, Debbie lets you guys know who's next. I don't. I like to keep it a surprise. All right, Shawnee. Shawnee says, could I get a general reading, please? Yes, of course. Let's see what comes out. Okay, well, I'm actually getting a feeling or a message that this is not the deck. So hold on one second. All right, I'm switching to the Tarot de Luz. For Shawnee, could I get a general reading? Okay. Just a few more here. All right, Shawnee, not sure if this is something that's current. Hold on, let me just take a moment to kind of sit with this for a second. Okay, I see what it is. Okay. Shawnee, you're in a moment in your life where you're going, like, I don't want to put a timeline on it, but like soon-ish, relatively soon. Let's say that, relatively soon. In the somewhat near future, I would say the thing you want is going to happen. The thing you have been wanting, the thing that maybe, I believe it has to do with like, a relationship. And if you're already in a relationship, it's going to be that, a level of like, how do you say, that level in which you find it's like a new profound, like, oh wow, this is like, this is, it's a new sense of security within that. So that is if you're already in a relationship. But what I'm saying is some dream of yours comes true here. And the reason I'm saying this is that I see the Ace of Wands here. There's a high level of passion, something that you have a lot invested in, or that you really pour yourself into. And there's kind of a naive energy here of like moving in ways that maybe have gotten you hurt before. But I really see that this built like this like defense around you. So like you might be quick to like be defensive about things, but what this is saying, I believe what this is saying is that when this comes into your life, you need to be able to not have that wall. So not have such a rigid boundary, or because that's not a boundary, right? So there's a difference between, okay, I'm getting a message here that I want to make it there needs to be clarity surrounding what a wall and a boundary is, and the difference between the two. So a wall does not let people in. It is a hard stop. It does not allow for any negotiation, and there's no give and take. A wall is a very rigid barrier, and the walls that we build, I'm sure you've heard this, the walls we build become our prison, because we're not supposed to become hard and callous and rigid and build these walls. We're supposed to soften and open and remain curious and vulnerable, and not so much to a point where we are being naive. There's a level of discernment that comes along with our growth and the lessons we learn, and then we take that information and we apply it and we move forward, and we don't stay stuck in the past and hold on to that, or at least that's how we are supposed to be. That's how our our path of growth happens. This is saying here that you need to let some of those walls down, because there's this thing that's going to be coming into your life, and I believe it's a relationship, that type of relationship that you dream of, and you don't want to push it away because you have not let those walls down. Now, I see here that this is after a long period of rest. Maybe you've been kind of like wary of love for a while. Or maybe you just have not really thought much of it. Either way, I do see that either by your own decision, because of something that hurt you really badly, or because you just decided to focus on another area of your life, whatever it may be, there's been a long period of rest here. And you may have mistakenly in that time thought that the wall did the job of healing. And I'm here to tell you that it has not. It is a wall. That unhealed part still exists within that wall, behind that wall, essentially. So you get what I'm saying? So you need to go sit with that. You need to, I love this analogy. There's a great analogy here of psychology. They always talk about like the inner child, the wounded inner child, whatever. I mean, there's like some truth to that. It's like, essentially these things that happen, we have this pain that happens to us. Something hurts, something is undesirable. And then we build a wall around it, and we kind of go, I don't want to deal with that. And we distance ourselves from it, right? And that's called arrested development. There's something there that was not explored, that we kind of just put on pause, and we got away from it. We dismissed it. So we have to go back there. We have to take that darkness, or that wounded child, whether or not you were a child when it happened, it doesn't matter. You have to take that wounded part and bring it into the light, and stop surrounding it with all, there's it's sitting with your shadow essentially. Either way, what I'm saying here is the balance between the mind and the heart. I say this all the time. I feel like I repeat myself a lot with this part, but it's just so essential, and it's part of all of our journeys. Is if you want, I was actually just talking to my husband about this, like literally right before I came on. If you want to find the answer to something, it's not out here. It's not out in this external world. There's nothing that is going to satisfy that answer of one, you know, any answer, because this is all like a construct. It's all like society, the way we identify with, like, my name is Matthew, I live in this city, I go to this place, I live that's all a construct that only works within the boundary and frame of of society. That is not who I am. That is not my identity. That is not, you are not your name, who did it, in this, and whatever, fill in the blanks. That's not our identity, right? That's like an agreed upon way of identifying, but that's not who we are. So this involves you going inward, really finding that sense of self, sitting with that shadow, and being able to, how do you say, trust again. I'm really getting a sense of trusting again after betrayal, trusting again after, I mean, this could potentially not have to do with love. It could have to do with like friendship, and you kind of just like don't trust people the same way you used to because somebody really close to you hurt you. But you're being asked to please open your heart again, because the most pain you could, the worst pain you'll ever feel in your life is if you close your heart off. You'll hurt yourself more doing that than any other person ever could hurt you, because that creates a bitter, jaded person who, just, they have no hope. It's hopelessness. And without hope, you have nothing. I have here that after a period of rest, there's something that ignites passion once again in your life. You are moving toward this 8 of inspiration, which is AKA the 8 of wands. And then the 6 of inspiration, AKA the 6 of wands. That is recognition. That is validation. That is receiving one's flowers. So you're going to receive your flowers. Somebody's going to see you for everything that you've always worked on being seen, worked toward being seen for, except for this time, you'll actually believe it about yourself. So it's not going to be that you're like trying to get it. It's going to be because you're, what's the word? It's going to be because that's the energy you're, putting out legitimately, and therefore you're receiving it back in the form of someone else's admiration. Because that's quite literally how the world works. You get what you give, right? It's not about our physical, what we're giving, or material, what we're giving. It's energetically, it's consciously, it's vibrationally, frequency, whatever you want to say. You get what you give. You get what you are. So you're almost there. Yeah, and then look, last card here. Abundance. So abundance isn't necessarily material wealth or a material abundance. It can also be a rich, abundant, fulfilling life. So I see a lot of abundant energy coming toward you. Okay, I wanted to pull a crystal card for you to close out your reading. So essentially, to sum it all up, you're right there. Keep going. Hold your vision true in your mind's eye. You're on the right path. You're doing all the right things. And just, hold out a little bit longer, because something you've really wanted for a long time is about to come into your life. Okay? But you need to lower that wall, or else you won't recognize it and you'll push it away. Amber is your crystal card. Amber, Actually fossilized tree sap and not technically a stone, amber has been on Mother Earth for thousands of years. Its warm, fiery color brings on feelings of peacefulness and inner warmth. It has a grounding energy that helps you look inward. That's funny. That's what I was just saying. Anyway, I hope this helped. That's all I have for you this evening. Thank you.
Oh, that was great. And that was funny that it was Amber because we had our first show Saturday, our wellness show, and I used an amber colored platter for my crystal grids. So every
Oh, really?
Saturday I get to do a crystal grid.
Oh, okay.
And I want to thank Marianne for being there. And Marianne, we were looking for your email for that free Chinese astrology reading from Belle. So watch Saturday, and then you're going to email your birth date to us, okay? And then I know you'll get a reading. I can put a good word in, but we give out Chinese astrology readings. So
Oh, that sounds fun.
yeah, she's so good at it. All right, so I wanted to do Katie, and there we go. Okay, a general reading. I do have some stuff here. I took some extra cards for clarification. First 4 cards are for you, Katie. The first one shows me being very stuck, sometimes stuck on a decision or feeling I don't have control or, you know, that type of energy. So I'm concerned about that. We have to make sure that we are making our decisions going forward and never feeling like, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. So always talk to Archangel Michael about clearing your path there and helping you make decisions. Crossing you in temporary energy is the love card, the lover's card. So I don't know if you're dealing with something, a relationship or anything right now, but this is the energy crossing over you. Sometimes it means we're deciding to stay or go, things like that. But that energy is kind of over you right now. In the future, I get an entrepreneurial card for you, coming home to success. You get an idea about having your own business or something. I get success in that business or in starting one in the future. Past position, you may have been sitting down and really thinking about what you want to do for the rest of your life or whatever, what your future is going to look like. And I think that's really good. The double sticker moment here. I'm going to put a sticker right here saying you're capable because I get that. Multi-skilled, you can do anything that you want. This was on your path here. Also, you get a sticker being responsible because I get that you're going to be putting in a lot of hard work and effort to get your success. Once in a while, people get both these stickers and you did. So I'm never worried about anybody that gets the capable sticker. Like, oh, you're fine. You can do whatever you need to do. And I want to tell you, I'm kind of getting this story. I don't have timing on this, but they're showing me a man. So this is a King of Cups, usually romantic or kind devoted, loyal. Sometimes we're looking at somebody who likes to be around the water, but I do get this male. And I do get a little bit of a broken heart here. And I'm like, oh, okay. I do feel too left a little bit out of the money, or I should be making more money or left out of the money. I took cards for this, but let me finish up what I do have here. It shows me a new beginning after dealing with a male and a broken heart and then feeling a loss there. I feel like you're going to start anew, like a new path. Let your intuition guide you. So let your intuition or your spirit guides or angels, whoever you work with, guide you on your path. Keep you going the right way. And it shows me in the end that responsible card. Okay. So I go, wow, what is going on here with this sense of loss or broken heart? And I get my card, which I really, even though it feels lonely or unsupported, I'm going to go for the other thing, which is almost like a betrayal that happens. And I feel like it's something that comes out of the blue, unexpected, never thought this was going to happen. I'm going to tell you, whatever this is, I see you getting money from it. All right. I see money coming to you. If you're supposed to be getting money, is this some kind of a deal that happens? You will get the money that you should. You will get it back. Okay. So there is a cautionary cards here for you. And always work with your guides. You want to know what's going to happen, ask them for clarity, ask them for protection of, for anything general. If it's your emotions, because I think that's what you need, ask them for that. Face your fears and be strong. But I do see something coming up, if not now or coming in. Okay. So, anyway, use the higher power to take care of all of this in advance. Okay. That's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Hopefully, she'll work on her with her guides and stuff. Oh. I just broke up with my boyfriend. Okay. I was like, when you go out on a limb and you see, here's a guy, here's a broken heart, here's a sense of loss, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I asked, what's it about? Feeling alone, unsupported, also a betrayal card comes out of nowhere. If there's any compensation over this of anybody owing anybody something, I see you getting whatever back, something back. Okay. So sorry about that. I was like, oh, I don't want to say this, but that's what I have.
Yeah. My heart goes out to you as well. That's rough. So in this time of healing, just remember to keep yourself and your health in mind. Don't ever get lost trying to be something that you're not for somebody else, or waiting for someone else to show up to your level. You know what I mean? So relationships are partnerships. If you're doing all the work, it's not working.
You'll be fine, Katie. You're going to be fine. Just stay connected to your guides or your angels, or just if you use God, just communicate during this time period. Okay. You did make the right decision. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see. I picked somebody, but I don't know where it went now.
I'm going to look for somebody. You guys put your stuff in. I'll go back and see if somebody's there.
Kim Lunzer said, I would love a card. Well, I would love to give you one. Or more. All right, let's see. All right, Kim. Give me 1 second. So sorry.
Okay, I'm looking back to find someone. Oh, you came back. I'll let you go.
My apologies. Alrighty. Opal was just like going to town on the grass, and I was just like, "What?" Like she gets these like fixations where she starts to chew or dig or something, and it's like, so I just had to stop her. Okay, Kim, you got the wheel. The Chariot. Okay, so that card just flipped over, and at first I was like, that was my mistake, but something then just told me it was not. So let me find it. Hold on, where did it go? That was the card it was supposed to be. Where to go? Somewhere in here. It was the Emperor, so hold on. Wow, really? Where did it go? The Emperor, here we go. Okay. Okay, so you got the wheel, the chariot, and the emperor. Right. First thing I noticed right off the bat is that these are 3 major arcana. And then I was told to stop. And normally I pull a lot more cards than 3. So this is a very specific message, and it means quite a few things. So the fact that it's 3 major arcana. So the minor arcana is more telling of like people and the inhabitants of this world and the actions and behaviors and the things like within that realm, right? The major arcana is more of an outside force, and it represents and symbolizes the governing laws of the universe, that everything under creation or under, you know, that exists under existence has to operate under and abide by. And so there's these archetypes that are you know, symbolized in the journey of the major arcana, you know, 0 through 21. So that tells me here that the 3 major arcana and then being told to stop, that there's something bigger at play. There's something, you know, whatever you want to call it, a divine hand at work. There's something outside of your control happening that you kind of just gotta let happen. Okay, so that's the first message. If you feel overwhelmed or like you're unsure, just know that whatever's going to happen is going to happen regardless of what you do, because it's outside of it's the governing laws of the universe, like, that are at play. So things are going to fall into place the way they fall into place, and you have nothing you can do can change that. So know that the wheel is turning, and it is turning in your favor. So rest assured, even if it looks like it's not, because the chariot is here, and the chariot is like, the story of the chariot is it's a bumpy road. There's potholes. There's obstacles along the way. Sometimes it's just like, wow, it's really hard. But you know how to drive. You know how to steer the chariot. You know how to go left, how to go right. You know what to do when you're presented with problems, issues, obstacles, right? You know the process. You've been through this. You've done it. Just keep steering the chariot. Keep your eyes on the road and just keep going. You're going to make it, because the chariot has a lovely little thing at the end, and it is a victory. So the road is long and bumpy. It's difficult, but there's a victory at the end. There's an achievement, an accomplishment. You come out on top. And then the emperor here just what's the word? Affirms that, because the emperor is all about structure and stability and control. So at a time when you may have felt like you're not in control, you move into a space of structure, stability, and feeling like you are. And this is good for how do you say? This is almost like a level up in some way. I feel like this is a level up for you in some way, where you, whatever area of your life or circumstances specifically this has to do with, it's something you felt like the underdog in, or felt like you're not seen for what you truly contribute, or you're not valued in some way. But the wheel is turning in your favor, and you are going to come out on top, and you will have that structure, authority, respect, and stability. Okay. I normally don't say this, but I'm getting it very strongly. This could have to do with money, or some sort of finances, or some sort of investment that's been made. So when it's been looking like, oh, this was a bad investment, it's actually going to turn around. That is, if it has to do with that. But I love the story of the wheel. I just want to go back to the wheel for a second. Back to the wheel. The wheel is always turning, always. And sometimes we're on the top and things are great. And sometimes we're on the bottom and things aren't so great. But it's always turning. So that that saying. What's the saying? I can't think of it now. But it's like I can't even think of it. Essentially, it's a thing. I wish I could think of it. I'm having I'm spacing out right now. I can't remember what it is, but oh, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. A lot of people take that saying and they just apply it to hard times. But the statement is a blanket statement that applies to every moment in life, and good times too. This too shall pass. Nothing stays the same. Change is inevitable. The world and everything around us, everything is constantly in a state of change. The only thing that doesn't change is the fact that every single thing is changing. So just keep that in mind. So this too shall pass. When you're on the top, this too shall pass. Don't get too pompous. Don't get too much on your high horse. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too much in your ego. Don't get a big head about things. You know what I mean? Stay humble. And when you're on the bottom, so it's just to keep in mind when you see that person struggling. I'm not even saying physically or like financially. I'm saying like even in a space where it's like, wow, this person's really testing my patience. But like, are you able to remove yourself for a moment and see what that person's actually struggling with, and see that it's not about you and that it's just a projection, and then say, okay, this too shall pass. I see that, so I can find grace in this moment to essentially overlook it. Not in a way that's like you're allowing someone to disrespect you, but in a way that is graceful, tactful, forgiving, because that is what provides a space for not only growth, but learning and healing as well. That's really all I'm getting. That was kind of a short, very to the point. I hope it meant something to you. But I'm going to pull a crystal card just to kind of close it out. He said, is it that song by Journey? What song? What song is that, Kim? Let's see. Pedalite. Not to be mistaken with Pedialyte. Pedalite or pedalite. This angelic stone was used by shamans to provide a safe environment around them as they explore the spiritual plane. With its very high vibration, it's excellent to use during deep meditation. It can help you reach back in time and heal old family wounds and trauma. So, I mean, maybe that's what it applies to. But like I said, there's something that you felt like you never had control over, like it's never gone in your favor, like you've never been seen for your worth or what you actually contribute or what you do. And you kind of have always been the underdog. And it's been a long road, but you're about to come out on top. That's all. The table's about to turn. You're about to be in control of that. And you need to not get a big head about it and get up pompous and be like, I told you so, or whatever. You don't need to do any of that, because that's the fastest way to get it stripped right back out from under you. And the universe, I always say this, the universe is enough of a bitch. I don't have to be. The universe will humble people, okay? Life will humble people. So you don't got to do all that. It's not your job, okay? All right. That's all I have for you this evening. Thank you.
It was funny when you said Pedialyte, because I got a text from my girlfriend saying that she's about to have her baby.
Oh.
She was 9 centimeters and said they're going to come in and then I get to push that baby out. And everybody, I'm going to be a grandmother.
Oh, congratulations.
I found out on Mother's Day. I got a mug. This is you've been, about to be promoted to grandma.
Promoted.
And but I already knew. I already knew, like getting the stuff sent to them and all that. So I knew a few weeks before that. So anyway, that's my new news right there. All right. So, sad girl, let me tell you what I do have for you because, well, I can tell you right now. The answer is yes, you will find love online, and it's going to be a soulmate. All right. So, you'll be very, very lucky. You will find someone online. It shows me that you're going after your desires and this is what you want, reach your goals and do all these great things, make good changes in your life. So that represents you. You have a little bit too much worry, bring it down. I do get love in the future and in the past, almost like putting up your guard and being careful and all of that. This is that card of I got hurt once. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's okay. It shows me that's in the past. They're showing me that you're going to find out that money's going to be coming in and more money after that and more communication with the other side as well. And your answer was the 10 of Pentacles. That's my yes card. That's my soulmate card. So I do get you having a really great relationship. Now let's talk about this last thing of getting a money-making idea. It's an entrepreneurial effort here of doing something on the side or a new business for you. But I think you're going to be on the fence. Like, should I do this? Well, I think it's going to be very successful if you do. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you. I told everybody we could do yes, no cards. And
yeah, let's do yes or no. Let's do the yes or no's.
You guys have any yes and no questions? And even if you've gotten a reading, it has to be yes, no, you guys.
This is the time for yes, no questions. We'll answer them as quickly as possible, back to back to back to back to back until the time is, done. But yeah, submit your question, yes or no. And even if you've gotten a reading, and you can submit more than one if you'd like.
Just no legal, no health, and don't put anybody's name in so we can do a reading for you. Any yes, no questions? Oh, I'm not down at the end. I'm not down at the bottom. Okay. Oh. Thank you, Kim. All right. Yes, no. Here we go.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Marianne. Yes, no. Will my sisters move in this month or will it be in June? Okay. The sister. I think you wanted to.
I'm getting
a couple more.
What are you getting for end of this month?
It's funny because I feel like a celebration. I feel like this is really good. But then I get some sorrow or sense of loss. And a new idea about the move or something coming in. And then I get the Empress card, which is the new home. So there may be a glitch in the matrix, but I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say yes, but I feel like there may be something that comes in and makes a change.
I'm getting no for the end of the month, but I'm getting a yes for June.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't look at June, but definitely there's something going on in here with the cards. And I get this loss of some kind. So there may be something that does happen. But in the end, I think there's an idea. So I feel like it's real close. I don't think you're going to have any wiggle room here. And then there's the new home. So I think it's going to be, as close to the end of the month, the 1st of June. So that's what I have.
Nia By the way, hi Nia. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Work for myself. Do you
So
work
I
for
just
yourself?
asked and it said yes, but I'm gonna ask again just because the other thing yes. Front to back is yes. Very strong yes, actually.
Yeah, I got the job card, and I also got, like, you would save money or something. But I do get hold on to money, makes money, save some money. So I do have the job card. You also, the last card is a hangman card. So expect something coming in during the summer. I feel like it's, one of the things we want to come in, or one of these things that are important in our life to experience.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
so interesting, Debbie. That's so interesting. You pulled the hangman because the hangman part of it means letting go of something.
Oh.
And so, well, at least that's how I read it. And so, and
Mhm.
it's so odd because as I was getting the yes, I was thinking in my mind, well, I mean, I think it was a message that was coming through, but I was thinking, to tell you, Nia, that it may not be the one you want. So maybe you're waiting on, maybe there's something you're waiting on right now, and maybe that doesn't. I don't know if this is the case, but I'm just saying, don't be discouraged if something falls through, because you may need to let go of an idea or a certain something in order for the right thing to come in. But to answer your question, just the basic question of, do you work for yourself this summer? Yes. I don't know. There, I don't. I don't know that if the thing you're having to let go of is a certain way you're used to, or if it's actually this like specific thing you're trying to get, and then it actually comes in another form, in another way, in another method of delivery. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it's hard to get those messages out because they come through as feeling and like intuitive knowledge, so it's hard to find the words, but I hope that made sense to you.
And Kim said, will N move this year? Let me tell you, N is like, though I feel like N is getting something that they want, and I get very psychic with this person. There's huge cards here of the judgment, of really trying to sometimes it means we're pushed to do something, and we really need to sit down and decide what we want to do. This is that judgment card, along with this Knight of Swords. Sometimes that's a young male, but it is the card of rushing into stuff. And so I'm going to take a couple more and ask. I get confusion and struggle, and I get something coming out of nowhere. So I think there's something happening here. Yeah.
I'm getting a no.
Yeah. I want to tell you, though, I feel like in the end, for the future of N is very good. Very, extremely good. But for this, it's just confusion, struggle, running in. No, this is not good as far as moving. It's figuring it out. Okay. And it's time to go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, wait, this is funny.
What?
Good. Their cat should have less time to destroy my furniture. See, didn't I say that somebody might want it to happen sooner?
I'm done.
We will see you guys next week.
All right, you guys.
Yes. We're going to give away money of some kind, $30 value something, and
maybe more.
Oh, can I participate? It's not. That'll be fun. So, and I'll see some of you guys on Saturday. Saturday's show, you can learn a lot of about Chinese astrology and different things like that. I do crystal grid. We teach you how to do things, but I am going to say that our kind of mission is to help people, women that are going into menopause and going through it, and at the end of it, and trying to give you ways that you can cope, breath work, different things like that. So that's what we're going to be doing. I hope to see some of you.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting, Debbie.
Okay.
Yes, we're here every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so please join us. And thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you. This is 5-Star Readings with Debbie and Matty, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
It's 5-Star Readings with Debbie and Matty. 5-Star Readings, only serving the best. Satisfaction guaranteed with Debbie and Matty. Always 5 stars, we don't do any less.